Hey everybody, my name is Old School Nerd, and this one is going to be a little difficult for me because I left metal music and pretty much all rock music back in the early 2000s and in the 90s. So I missed out on the phenomenon that was Linkin Park, and I missed out on Korn and System of a Down and all those cutting edge bands of the early 2000s that were making their mark. Now I know nu metal came out during that time, but I was doing my classic rock journey with the Beatles and Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix and so on. And I was into funk and folk music and soul and jazz, and I wasn't in rock and metal. So I missed it the first time around. Now, I did enjoy Hybrid Theory when my friends came back and said, dude, here, check this out. And I listened to it and I really enjoyed it. Now, I have a love-hate relationship with Linkin Park because half their stuff I think is cutting edge and amazing. And the other half of their stuff, it is the industry of that time. So I struggle with it. Now, here's the thing. If I'm 100% honest in every reaction I do, I have to be objective, which is very difficult when you're dealing with Linkin Park. Linkin Park is a phenomenon of this country and in music during the last 20 years. Now, we lost Chester, and it's under horrible circumstances. And his loss is a hole that cannot be filled easily in music and in the hearts of all of Linkin Park's fans. Now, this one is called Lost. Now, apparently this one was recorded when Chester was still with us. And this is unreleased until now as part of their 20th anniversary of Meteora. And so we're going to check out the video. Now, do I like some of the stuff that Linkin Park has put out? Yes. Do I agree that for the time that they were existing when Chester was alive and Hybrid Theory and Meteora and all these different albums, were they setting a benchmark for other bands to be aspired to? Yes. Do I like every song that Linkin Park put out? No. Are some of theirs amazing? Yes. Somewhere I Belong and things like that, love them. Love some of those songs. Numb, classic. Everyone loves Numb, and I love some of the acoustic versions of it more than the original. Remember, I'm not necessarily a nu metal fan. Nothing against nu metal. I wasn't caught up in the phenomenon of it. So before I press play and do this reaction to all of the Linkin Park faithful out there, those who loved everything that Mike has done and Chester did and their legacy going forward, bless all of you for loving this band and letting this band be part of your life. It was not part of mine. So it's not fair for me to just gush over this song and video just because everyone else is. I owe it to the artists, both Chester, who's passed, and those members of Linkin Park who are still here, to be honest and objective about it. If I just gush over it and pretend I like it just so I can get clicks, then I'm lying, and that doesn't do them any good. So let's be open and honest about it. My name is Old School Nerd, and this is my reaction, my true honest reaction to Lost from Linkin Park. All right, here we go. A lot of animators were in on this, so I'm assuming the animation on this video is going to be great, but I'm here for the music. And this one was a not released demo, and that could be because of good reasons. It could be because of bad reasons. We don't know. So let's check it out together.
Just a scar somewhere down inside of me, something I cannot repair, even though it will always be. I pretend it isn't there. I'm trapped in yesterday, where the pain is all I know, and I'll never break away, 'cause when I'm alone, I'm lost in these memories, living behind my own illusion.
Just stopping real quick to give you a thought of what I'm going through. I think Chester's vocals and this soft rendition that Mike put together on this song are really, really, really well done. They're emotional. You can feel it. The music track, Mr. Hans loops and all the guys putting together, it had enough callbacks to identify it as Linkin Park, but it sounds so much like other Linkin Park musical numbers. I could see why this one didn't stand out for release. It sounds a little bit like a little bit of crawling, a little bit of numb in there. It's that classic loop you hear from them. And it's so typical Linkin Park. I could see why it wasn't added, because Linkin Park was really serious about making sure that every song had a particular place in an album, which is one of the reasons why everybody loves them so much. Vocally, I think Chester has all the emotion we expect from him. Great song for him. Mike doing that soft spoken word, beautiful. But the only thing that lacks is that it is very... I never want to say that something is cookie cutter Linkin Park, but a lot of the loops you hear and the classic melodies and sound accents is typical Linkin Park. Not outstanding Linkin Park, but what you expect from them, nothing over the top. Now, this is just the first 1/3 of the song. It could go somewhere else. Am I glad they released this song? Yes, because to hear Chester's voice in a song and lyrics you haven't heard from him before, it hits you here. Glad they released it. I see why they didn't before. To honor Chester, yes, please release a song. We should hear his voice. But I can see why they didn't before today. There's nothing to do with the vocals. It's just, it's not numb. It's not crawling. It's not, it doesn't have that iconic placement. But I'm glad that they shared it with us. That's how I feel about it so far. Let's continue on. Okay, I'm going to let it finish playing after I say this. This song, if you listen to the lyrics, of all the songs that, knowing what we know now about the journey of Chester and his tragic ending and everything he went through, the words of this song and hearing him sing it in his voice is haunting. It's haunting because he is literally saying it in this song. He can't get out. He can't break free. He's lost. With Chris Cornell and Chester being so close to one another, and them both passing in the way they did and the struggles they did, and the way that we treat depression and mental illness now compared to that time, to hear this song, to hear Chester sing these words so openly and raw. Hindsight is 2020. If we could have paid attention, could we have made a difference? We don't know. We'll never know. But what a loss. It's ironic the song is called Lost, and we did lose him. And wow, to hear his voice sing those words, it's almost like he's calling out from the past. And there's so many things that if it's like one person said, if I could invent a time machine, I'd want to go back and stop 9/11. I'd want to stop World War II. I want to stop this, that, this, and then somewhere in the middle they go and reach out to Chester before. I mean, it's like, it's one of those losses that we don't get over, because the more we hear this music, the more it resonates with us, like if we could have done more. And it's truly a sad tale. Let's finish it up. So painful. So absolutely painful. There you go. It's my reaction to Lost by Linkin Park. I don't know if anyone has heard this song that's a fan of Linkin Park, that hears the words sung by Chester in this song and doesn't want to desperately wish they could go back and try to make a difference and try to, because it's haunting. All right, well, we can't change the past, but maybe someone will hear this song and it'll reflect. Maybe it'll help someone. If that's Chester's legacy, then maybe that might be enough. Not just his music, but his tragic tale is a warning for us to pay attention to the ones we love. Pay attention to people who are in pain, for those who are lost, and make sure that they don't stay lost. And if that's his legacy, then maybe that's a good thing. Maybe there is some hope after all. All right, everybody. My name is OldSkuleNerd. Hope you enjoyed that. For a song, it may not have been released because maybe it wasn't the best song for Linkin Park, but this message now, resonating for the past, maybe it is the right time. And for that, outstanding. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right there. Big thank you to all my Patreons out there. We appreciate everything you do. If you want more content like this video, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.